Bueno.
Welcome everyone to a conversation with Art. He's already laughing. He's already. I haven't even said a word yet, and he's already laughing.
Everyone, dude, and that was just so funny. I forget, it's like where I forgot we're the number one podcast.
The number one podcast, and it's Margarita Monday. Margarita Monday.
Hey, cheers, dude! Thank you for
Salute.
Having me and making margaritas.
Yeah, yes, it's my Filipino buddy.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're taking all over Asia.
Yeah. I would love that. I would that. Yeah, you want to talk about,
man, I'm telling you. Oh shit, Jason's on.
Jason, you can call him to this show too, Jason.
The one and only. No, if he calls in, it's gonna be some Creed shit. Hey, look, I found John's fucking secret right here, man. He's a Chris Gaines fan.
I'm not a Chris Gaines fan, but if you go through, it was funny because like when she brought that first box open, I opened it up. I was like excited. I get my CDs back, you know. And I didn't notice which box it was. So as I'm going through them, it's All American Rejects, Justin Timberlake, and Sync,
James, all your CDs. Dude.
No, James Blunt, fucking. Actually, the first James Blunt CD is excellent CD, especially if you're just getting broken up with somebody.
Yes,
we're gonna talk about breakups.
Let's do it.
Today. We're gonna talk about it.
John wants me to cry.
We're gonna make Art cry today, Jason. We're gonna Jason. and it's you bring music. Music has always been a big part of everyone's life. Music is just it can make you happy, it can make you sad, it can do a lot of things. It's just emotional. It can set the the emotions on fire, or they can make you go into like depressed mode or whatever.
Some stuff pumps you up. There's gym music. I know I have to listen to certain music when I drive home so I could stay awake.
Right.
I don't know how you do jazz. Not that I'm hating on jazz. I love jazz too.
Try listening to jazz on the way home though. So because the reason I do that on the way home is it just mellows me out and it gets me in that ready mood to get to bed, But see, I'm not sure. Like I didn't see my kids do this. So you're in the same kind of generation. My oldest son is 32. So you're kind of like in that music genre of music that they grew up in with and stuff. But did you like make like a mixtape? You didn't make a mixtape. Did you make mixtapes?
Yeah. I'm from the era of, I used to have to record songs from the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from the era of like Pirates Bay and downloading stuff.
Pirates Bay.
Says jazz is great, but I'd love for Art to make it home without falling asleep. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, same here, man. I gotta bump that corn. I gotta listen to some,
Well, we have to be careful. That motherfucker right there is getting his license. He's gonna get his license,
man. Hey, shout out to Jason, man. Get your license, bro.
Yeah, dude, you passed the first stage of it, man. Now it's just the driving part, man.
And he's gonna be a beast out on the road. Everyone watch out, man.
I seen him on the scooter, so hopefully he's not, that same mentality when he's in the car. He feels safer. All that feel.
As a bad driver myself, you know what I mean. It's kind of hard to
working on it
to not go 60 sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well, shit. I mean, like we leave at that. Yeah, we leave at that. Like you leave at that perfect time.
Yeah.
To go home, you haven't hit that traffic yet on 99.
Yeah.
Because when you leave at 5, that's perfect. That's actually the perfect time to be on 99 heading back this way.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock. That sucks. Yeah. And when you leave at 8, it's a pain in the ass.
And what's your record time? You said you do it in like 20, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 17 miles from my house to the office, like 17.8 miles. I do it like in 22 minutes. And I'm 65 all the way.
Because I was going to say, I live a little further away, and I think I do it in 20, 21 minutes.
Yeah.
I live like way further than you do.
Yeah. What would be on Arts if you were to do a mixtape today?
Mm-hmm. Of today's music?
Yeah.
Or?
No. Fuck today's music.
Okay.
Yeah. It'd be Lamar Jackson. No,
Lamar Jackson. It'd be Lamar Jackson and
what here we'll do this.
Jacoby Myers.
What would be Kobe Myers? What would be all right? Let's go art back in 1990. Let's go 90. How old were you in 1990? Teenager,
under 10.
Oh, let's go a little higher than 95, 96.
Okay, yeah. 90, 95.
What would be the go-to breakup song in
So my mom, obviously, your parents are the ones who introduced you to music and stuff.
Yeah.
My mom was a huge Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston fan.
Yeah.
And I don't care how that makes me look. So am I. Like those two lovely ladies.
A voice is a voice.
Yeah. Man, I honestly I don't know age wise, but like breakup songs, like I don't know year wise, but Boyz II Men was always
Boyz II Men.
Talk about falling in love and breaking up. Those guys had
all in one CD.
Yeah. So I didn't get into like my brother. We were talking about mid 90s, and if you guys haven't seen that movie, watch it. But how his brother in the movie got him into like rap, and he wanted to like make a rap CD for him and stuff like that. Like that was me, dude. Like my brother got me into Wu-Tang, and I'm still a Wu-Tang fan till this day.
Shout out to Wu-Tang.
Thank you for the children. Yeah, they're for the children. They're for the children, and they're big fans of the show.
They listen. Wu-Tang Clan.
But what about you? Like as a not 90s, but like as that teenage, going through like crushes.
There was a lot. You got to remember too. The 80s was a lot of rock for me. But that's like also late 80s was like was that time where every rock band had to have that one love song.
Yeah, I love those, dude. Every
rose
has a
they all it's
all
the big battle. It's just like, hey, we got to have
word.
at least one love song on our albums, and it was from Guns N' Roses to not so much AC/DC. AC/DC kind of stayed away from those love songs, but you had bands. Everybody had a song that was just a heartbreak song, or and you imagine how many times those guys have broken out with somebody. Fuck yeah, you can write a song.
Yeah. And what's nice about back then too is like they wrote their shit. Like nowadays you don't know if people are writing their own music or whatnot. Because I just found out like a bunch of songs that multiple artists. They use like the same guy. Like I don't know the guy's name, but apparently he couldn't put out his album. And then like Maroon 5 and
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He made Sugar, right?
Yeah, Sugar. Yeah. Yeah, there's guys like that. I mean, even if come on, it is America, so everything's about looks, and Milli Vanilli proved that. Do you think those actual singers that were singing those songs would have had the success that Milli Vanilli had with singing those songs? No,
never.
No. So it was just like, and then you have those people that they are great songwriters. They have a decent voice, but they have stage fright. They just can't get in front of the stage. You can't get in front of thousands of people and sing.
Yeah. They call them, I saw a documentary, I think it's called A Hired Gun.
Yeah.
They talk about like certain people that are great studio musicians, and they'll come in and put in the hours, but they can't do shit on the road.
No.
And then there's some of those who just love being on the road, but they can't be in the studio.
They can't. Yeah. It's like, I was shocked, like the greatest American, that movie. What's the name of that movie? The Greatest American Singer or The Greatest American Story?
I think that sounds right.
There's the girl that sings that song.
Okay.
I'll do this. I'll do this.
Jason, do you think Creed writes their own songs?
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do.
They do. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Shout out Canada. No, but for real, I got family in Canada, so shout out to them.
The Greatest Showman song.
So wait, hold on. The Greatest Showman. Are you talking about that movie is great.
Yeah, that movie's great, and that song, she sings it in the actress, but it's not really her. It's another
the bearded lady.
Yeah,
are you talking about?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. He wrote
this.
Jason. Whatever, bro. You need to stop that. I'm using this platform to make sure people don't know, or people know that I am not a Creed fan. I will call in every goddamn show, however many 5 shows John has. Dude, I'm calling in. I am not a Creed fan.
Arms wide open.
Oh, man. Enough drinks though. Don't play Creed in front of me, man. I might cry.
Oh, god damn it. Where is that?
Dude, I know this movie front to back.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
It's pretty cool. The only reason I bring it up is because the girl that actually does sing that song and they lip synced. The one girl that sang it on the show lip synced it while she stood in the background and sung it.
Okay.
And she finally revealed herself to everyone who she was, and she did it on one of those the Simon Cowell shows.
Okay.
X Factor, is it X Factor on that?
Simon Cowell, the British dude with the tight T-shirt.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here she is. This is she's the original singer of this song.
She's not a huge lady with a beard.
Right. She finally lets everyone know.
Wait, hold up. Never Enough. I'm thinking of the wrong song. Sorry. Never Enough is a great song.
Yeah.
And I could see that the actress not knowing how to sing.
Yeah. If you see, watch, I'll just go forward to it.
Yeah. Never Enough.
They can't hear us.
My daughters love, or at least my one daughter, she loves the song, dude. Yeah. There you go.
She just fucking. Sounds just like it blew everybody's mind that was her that sang that song. You get that? I mean, I can't do it.
Yeah, she blew everybody for sure.
Fuck, even when I do karaoke with Bob, if I don't have fucking sunglasses, dude, I can't get up there. I don't know what it is. The sunglasses make me feel safe, Art, when I'm up there. And
I know. I don't even have my sunglasses on today, dude. I usually wear them to feel safe.
What is up, Jacob? Yeah, I don't know, man. For me, like love songs in the 80s, there were so many love songs in the 80s, huh?
I said, shout out to Jacob.
Yeah, shout out, Jacob. Yeah. Are you a Wu-Tang Clan fan?
Are you a Wu-Tang Clan fan? If not, listen to them. Type up Wu-Tang. Ain't nothing to fuck with. Type up,
after the show, though.
After the show.
After the show, man.
And then just do your research and deep dive history of Wu-Tang and the ODB. They have something on Hulu right now. It's like an ODB documentary.
Yeah,
man, like
really? You know what I like too. I mean, we have a lot. We shit on the internet and all that other stuff. But I think having the internet and having YouTube and having like Spotify and Pandora and all these other, it gives everybody a chance to hear some of that stuff from the 80s.
Bro, the balance of everything. I believe in balance, and the internet gave us some terrible things, but also some great things, and being able to go back in history or like touch people from around the world with your music, being like you could just be at home playing your guitar. I don't know, did you mention Justin Bieber earlier? But
Justin's an amazing artist.
It's amazing how that can just happen now. You don't need to sell your soul to some record label company. I was watching this thing about Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was breaking down like how your contract works with majors, and I'm like, man,
the artists get screwed. And when you start, you gotta sell your work. You're not actually getting to sell your work. It's a producer and it's making all the money.
I saw something where I think it's Iggy Azalea just sold a bunch of her music, like her whole catalog.
They're all doing it right now, dude. It's crazy. They're broke. Justin Bieber's broke.
You told me about that.
$1 billion. How do you spend a fucking $1 billion, dude?
Protect your neck and cream was on top too. Hell yeah, brother. There you go.
Yeah. But he's broke. He just sold his catalog for $250 million.
Man, the lifestyle gets expensive, bro. And I mean, he was young. I'm pretty sure his folks, didn't his dad like rip him off?
His dad,
all that young money.
Fuck, dude, $1 billion, dude, man. I know it's like I think we talked about it at work. It's expensive to have bodyguards and all that other stuff. And you start buying the lavish cars.
Dude, I would go through $1 billion.
6 months.
Nah, he's been famous for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, and he married
Yeah, you
Right.
and me both, man.
Let me just have like 5 million. Right. Yeah, man.
I mean, hey, the only smart thing because I read this whole article about him. The only smart thing he did is he paid cash for his houses.
Yeah.
So he owns his
That.
cat. He has some lavish fucking property. I mean, he's what is the term? He's cash broke. You ever heard that term?
No, no.
Yeah. Like, you can be a millionaire
Yeah.
because you have $1 million worth of asset, but
Right.
you're cash broke. You don't have no money in the bank.
Yeah.
So you can have all that asset, but you have literally no money to spend. So, and that's the situation I guess he's in right now, is where he's cash poor. That's the term, cash poor.
Yeah, because he hasn't, and that's a lot of things people start doing too. Like, and I understand he's been touring and living that life for a long time. So I think he stopped. He hasn't really been doing tours and stuff anymore. But it's one of those things. You're not in the public eye. You're not going to be making money unless you, assets and stocks and stuff. Tracy,
gang.
shout out Tracy, man.
Shout out to
gang.
Tracy. Yeah, I mean,
What's your favorite Justin Bieber song?
and you know that. All right, I'm not a Justin Bieber song, but when I did hear that first song on YouTube, and I think it was a baby.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I think
Okay,
it was.
I goes fucking. This is a good song.
Yeah,
it's a good jam. I mean, for that age group,
Yeah.
that was a good song. And the thing that I thought was pretty cool about it at that time, it was clean. It was a clean song.
Okay.
It wasn't, hey, baby, shake your ass,
Yeah,
fucking, rub up.
I see what you're saying. It's a nice, catchy, fun song for youngsters like that.
What Britney Spears used to be until she kind of elevated.
Yeah, Madonna. My wife was talking to me about Madonna. Shout out to Mrs. Art.
Mrs. Art.
That that prayer song is about giving head.
Yeah,
I never knew about that.
Yeah, it was a catchy
singing
song.
Like a prayer,
baby,
about giving head. Shit, the fuck.
Yeah. And that motherfucker he did that like in his fucking garage.
I saw a thing too about him. That song like Peaches.
Peaches. That's a newer one, right?
Yeah, like I guess some dude heard it. I heard him just playing that on the piano, that little snippet.
Yeah.
And it turned into some producer got a hold of him and they, made it into a whole thing. And that song is huge.
Yeah, he's pretty much the
shout out Mrs. Prime. You're right.
Yeah, Mrs. Prime. He's pretty much, I think, I may be wrong on this, but I think he's pretty much the first YouTuber musician to make it big coming off of YouTube at that time.
Yeah,
because he went from YouTube to doing those little songs on YouTube.
Peaches and Cream. Yeah, that's a great song.
Peaches and Cream. That's actually a pretty decent video too. I watched that video. I'm not a big fan of Justin, but I do appreciate someone that can not just only stand in front of the microphone and sing, but actually play an instrument. And to me, that's the ultimate artist. And I know that some people say, "Oh, John, you can't do that." Some people just can't play; they can sing. But I think when you can play, sing, you can write. And I think that makes when you can play a guitar or drums or a piano, I think that's when you see really good writers.
Yeah,
because they understand the music, they understand the tempo, and this like. All this nonsense about beat count, that lost me. That happened like early 2000s. Everything was about a beat count.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. And all that stuff, all those artists, like don't get it twisted. There's a lot of people in the background who help out. I watched a documentary about Korn, actually. Korn, when they were making their Life is Peachy album or whatever. They had a really great producer and you could tell the difference. So as I'm not taking away anyone's talent, man, but as someone who's been there myself, like our band tried to put some stuff out, sounded great. But if we had like a real producer, someone who can not only have the ear for music, but like little things make a song sound fuller. Just even, man, I watch a lot of that stuff and I see how it really does take a team. We always think about, Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber or Taylor Swift, even like we think of them like, yeah, they write their music, but at the same time, if you look at their documentaries, there's always a partner.
Yeah, and then for him it was, what's his name, Scooter. Scooter.
Did he help write? Scooter helped write.
Scooter produced.
Yeah,
he produced, and I think he's the agent too. He's agent producer. Scooter found him first,
Shout
and
out
then
to Bertha.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Tracy said Hennessy.
Yeah. Hey, Bertha and Tracy.
Yeah.
What would be your? What would have been your breakup song when you were a teenager? What was that song that you listened over and over and over again? And let's be honest, remember those breakups when you were a teenager? Your mom was like, please play another song. Just play any other song but that song. And you just loop that one song over and over and over again.
Jason, you made me cough with that one, dude. That's so funny. Well, man, you ever heard of you ever heard of Selena? No. Yeah. Man, there was a bunch of stuff, dude.
1,000 Years, Christina.
Okay, Tracy.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Hurt by 9 Inch Nails is great. We all know Johnny Cash did it better.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That was a tough one. When they covered that, I was like, oh.
Okay. Well, 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor is the original writer for Hurt, but something about Johnny Cash singing it, knowing his history, it's just like, man, that still brings you to tears. Trey Songz, get it together. Was
8th grade? That was like what, 5 years ago, Birth? 8th grade, like 5 years ago for Birth. Does that sound about right?
I don't know, dude. I'm trying. Yeah.
8th grade.
So no, man, Bertha, don't lie. In 8th grade, you're out there breaking hearts.
She was. I got a feeling. She was breaking hearts. Yeah, I think she was. And if you didn't break up with her and you made her mad, she just beat you up.
I was gonna say she was out there socking fools in the chest, dude. For sure.
Fool, I said no, fool.
Hey, look, there's just.
She's all 12 years ago.
There was just some stuff.
Such a long time ago.
An artist covering it is an ultimate what's the word for it? Like, it's ultimate gesture.
It's respect.
So much respect, especially if it's someone older than you. Someone older than you. And again, it may be because I don't know much about Trent Reznor and what hurt he went through, but I know about Johnny, and that song just fits, man.
This song got me through this CD got me through some really hard times, man.
There you go. That's the man, the myth.
No, when you look at this, who does he look like? What does he remind you?
He honestly looks like the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay, that I gave you that one, but there's one more guy. There's another guy. Think
a singer? Or?
No, an actor.
Oh, an actor. Oh, fucking Garth Brooks.
No, not Garth. Not Garth. Look at he played
Zoolander.
Zoolander. Holy shit, dude. Totally.
Damn, that's crazy how you saw that, man.
I saw that. Yeah, dude, all he has to do is pucker his lips right there, and that would be the scene from fucking Zoolander.
You're like, Zoolander has an album out? Shit. All right, let's see what the chat say. What's going on, chat? Oh shit, my bad, bro.
That's tough because I was the one breaking hearts. So
fuck you, John.
I really
have to give me a breakup song, dude. There's one that not even necessarily a breakup song. Here, let me set the mood for you. There was a girl that you liked, but she got with someone else. You guys were never together, but you wanted to always tell her how you felt.
Every Time You Go was a good song from Paul Young. Every time you go away. I can't sing it.
There you go.
We're gonna get Art to sing Creed today on the show.
I'm not gonna. You better pour 10 more of these margaritas with no margarita mix on there.
Yeah, I will keep them.
What? 3 Doors Down, dude. I think I found a 3 Doors Down.
I have a 3 Doors Down CD back there. Yeah, I have it. I have it back there. I have a lot of All American Rejects.
He has a lot of stuff, but
a lot of nine. Dude, my daughter just loved that stuff, and
no Wu-Tang stuff.
There's no Wu-Tang.
Terrible.
There's no Wu-Tang. The first,
I think I saw a 311 album in there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Speaking of music, sorry not to cut you off, but yesterday was Modesto Porch Fest.
I would have known you were there. I would have met you out there.
Oh man, I knew you were working, and then you guys had went to the meeting. So
Bruce had a band at his house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Bruce there has a band every year that plays at his house.
Dude, let's set one up for next year.
Yeah,
let's
we'll
do
join that next year, dude. I
Fuck.
didn't go because I was like, dude, I was so fucking hungover.
That's what I thought. And you worked. Yeah,
I had to work that night. So
that's why I recorded that jazz band for you.
Yeah, I saw that.
You, man. I was like, Johnny.
I saw that, and I saw that. I was like, as soon as I saw that video, I was like, fuck, I could have met Art out there.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Let's
we could have did a live podcast from fucking
yeah, let's do it, man. Let's plan something for next year, Porch Fest. Shout out to Modesto for having that.
Yeah, they do that every year.
A couple I want to shout out like Erie Tide. They played, they were really great. My daughter's friend's band, the Indecisives.
Yeah.
And my homegirl Titi from Tiffany Rose and the Outlaw Hearts, like they all put on a fabulous
you
show.
Stay out there the whole time or what?
If I could, I would, bro, for sure, because there's just so much. What's crazy though is like that because they were friends, like I wanted to stay for the whole set, and they're like an hour long, and I think it's only from like
Jason, right?
to 5.
Here with that's a good song.
That's your breakup song, Jason?
That's your breakup song. Damn, dude. Jason looks like he's like me. I think he just breaks hearts.
You know, and what's so cool about Jason is like he's a really young dude who likes older music. So
yeah,
except for the fact that he's a huge Creed fan.
He is. I think he would be a roadie for Creed. He'd leave work. He'd leave our job to go to work for Creed and just haul guitars around and plug shit in and go up to mics, go check 1 2, check
Listen,
1 2.
If Jason had $1 billion, what he would do is just go follow Creed on tour, taking private jets and shit just to go see them. Unbreak My Heart by Tony Braxton is an amazing song.
Yeah. That's a great song right there. I'll go through here. I'll go through some of the
top 10 we're doing.
I'll go through.
It's fucking conversation with our top 10 shit. But anyways, shout out, like let's for real, let's all get together and do something for the next Porch Fest.
I want to. When I saw you were there, I was like, God damn it, I should have went. I would have ran into fucking Art, man.
Shout out to Julian. Julian wants to join us next time.
Yeah, Julian was supposed to be here tonight.
Oh, for real?
But I think he's got to work tonight. So he's like, dude, if I go, I won't be able to join.
I'm telling you, man. I will pop in on one of those Friday night pods.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Especially if you guys keep on mentioning Creed, dude. I'm gonna have to come in here and fucking
arms wide open. All right, the 1986, the number one song.
I was 3.
Was "Careless Whisper" by Wham.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard it. I don't have any feelings.
Yeah. Number 2 was "Like a Virgin" from Madonna.
these are just like number 1 songs.
Period. Yeah, these were the top 10 list. The 1986. "Wake Me Up Before You Go." Wham with the number 3 song. They had the number 1 and number 3 song.
Wow. John or Jason, do you know any of these people that John is talking about? I know you like older stuff, but goddamn, Wham?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's who else are you gonna throw up there?
I Want to Know What Love Is from Foreigner. That is a great fucking song.
Never heard it.
That's a great song. We can hear it. I have the CD in the car. Yeah.
There you go.
Shaka Khan, I Feel For You. Shaka Khan is the first album, soul rap R&B that I bought was Shaka Khan. And that song, I loved that song. And I used to I throw the cardboard out and I'd fucking pop and lock White Boy out there.
Hell yeah, I love that.
And they would say, John, what's wrong with you? And I said, I'm having a seizure. No, I'm kidding. No, great album, Shaka Khan, I Feel For You. Great song.
Yeah.
Out of Touch by Daryl Hall and John Oates, number 6.
Okay.
Yeah, great song too. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fear. Great fucking song. Everybody knows where it's Yeah. Money for Nothing, Dire Straits. Everybody knows Dire Straits. Do you know Money for Nothing and Chicks for Free? They sang the MTV song.
Maybe I heard it. But...
I want my MTV. Remember that one?
Huh?
You don't remember that one? You motherfucking, you young motherfuckers, man.
Wait, hold on. There was music on MTV?
Yeah.
I thought it was just about people who live in the beach house.
All right.
Or
I'm gonna let Art hear it. You guys can't hear it out there.
No, man. Hey, don't hear it out there.
Classic old MTV video.
Fuck, that's old. I remember that part. Oh, I think I remember this video. Damn.
Great drum solo to start it.
Wow. You guys check out this video. It will trip you out. Damn. So it's early computer animation, and it apparently has a 5-minute drum solo. Okay. All right. You not like that song, Artemis? I didn't say I did. Wait, this song? I didn't say I didn't like it. I just didn't.
No.
It. Yeah.
You never heard it.
No, I've heard this song.
Yeah, everybody's heard this song. It's a great song.
Like seen the videos like slightly. I haven't seen the whole video, but that shit's
cool. Yeah. MTV was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Was great. The videos because you could get fucking high, do shrooms, do some acid.
Free entertainment
and get fucking stuck in front of MTV for like 6 hours just watching video after video.
Yeah, man, I remember those days.
Yeah. And number 9, Crazy for You, Madonna. Everybody knows that one. And number 10, it got knocked out because this song was number 1 for a very, very long time. And Take On Me by Aha.
That's still
that's a hit today.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Think about how many of those are like actual, like timeless. Like, are we playing them right now? And you just mentioned one, and it's like, yeah, dude, that still gets played.
Yeah. Let me ask you, how do you feel about like sampling?
Do it. We just talked about how much of a compliment it is if an artist covers your music, man. Let that happen. It keeps your music from from aging, I guess you could say, because Well, let me ask you. Let's say Art's got a number 1 hit back in 1982. Talking about Money Wise?
Yeah. All right. So you got a hit record. You got a hit song, number 1, top charter. It's 56 weeks. Okay, and now you're in your 50s.
Yeah.
And some punk rapper comes by and says, "I'm sorry, no. Let me take that back."
I would love a punk rock rapper to come hit me.
Punk.
Yeah, punk, whatever.
But I didn't mean like punk rock. I mean punk. Real. But let's just say some rapper, because that's what's happening. Rappers are sampling more of the music from the 80s than say rock music is. Rock's not sampling older stuff. It's very they'll just do a whole cover.
Yeah.
Where rap does the samples. They take bits and pieces of a song. How would you feel about that? Would you be cool with that? And would you want to be would you want to let them have the sample but also be part of the creative process of it? So you know that what you created isn't being used improperly.
Yeah, I see your point on that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, especially with like the stuff that Kanye just dropped.
Yes, exactly. That's where my mind was going.
At first, I was like, "Shit, I'll take that bag," but at the same time, sometimes it's not cool. But the way I ultimately feel about music, it's that it's for everybody. It's it's airwaves, dude. Once you hear that stuff, like I feel like it's no longer yours. We could talk about money or whatever, but that's a whole different story. I just mean, like, if you go out there and you sing a song and someone else likes it, it's just like a conversation. If I say something, I'm only, what do they say? You're only 40% responsible, because 60% is the other person's reaction to what you said. So
but would you still want to be part of the creative process of that song? Like, you're making sure that your legacy in that song doesn't get... You wouldn't care, huh?
I would probably just want the money, honestly.
I'm 50. I'm looking at retirement.
Well, dude,
I got high all through the 80s.
After all the stuff I said,
I'm on my 6th marriage.
No, never. No, I would never remarry. But
no, not now. I'm not trying to get Mrs. Prime upset. I'm just saying, if you were that rocker of the 80s, you're probably on your 5th marriage.
A lot of that stuff, man. Spent money on hella drugs,
cars.
But that like I said, when it comes to music, man, I can't. Ultimately, what I feel in my soul is like, it's yours, man. It's yours. Just, pay me. Even I'm thinking about right now, if they want to do some wild out Kanye shit, that's whatever, because you paid me money. I'll just be like, dude, I didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do with the song. Like, but Yeah, it's like, again, man, it's just a balance of life, because I think a lot of times there was a moment where I remember Post Malone did a thing with Ozzy.
Yeah, with Ozzy.
And there were kids who were like, who the hell's this Ozzy
Who's
guy?
Ozzy? Yeah.
Which is, it's funny to us and insane, but at the same time it's cool, because hopefully those kids who are probably Jason's age, like,
Jason knows who Ozzy is.
No, I'm saying, but at that time, you know, and then like going and going back and listening to all the stuff. That's what I mean. Like, um, Justin, I think maybe that's what he needs to do. Tap into like a younger market, or, you know, I mean, like the people who are popping right now, and then, you know, maybe those people who didn't really listen to him will go back to his catalog if he even owns it, or whatever.
You don't own it no more.
Yeah, see, like, that's what's sad, man. That is what is really fucked up.
That's your future.
Yeah,
and that's how you have to think of it when it comes to that catalog. A catalog is like our version of a 401k.
And there's only so many people in history that, like, I know you hate them, but like, has that Beatles, you know what I mean? Like, and he had that Beatles moment. So,
well, there's a lot of bands like Kiss, for instance. Kiss owns their whole catalog. They're never going to sell their catalog. AC/DC is another one. They own their catalog. They're not going to ever sell their catalog.
That's smart.
And you got a lot of bands from the 70s that were, you know, the Rockers, the CCRs, and a couple of the Doors, again, another band. But it's like that catalog, that's your future. And it's like, you know, and the way things have gotten throughout the years, it's like that catalog is just it's like free money, dude. It's free money, because you you're like you said, you got that kid that's like 19 that goes, what did Creed sound? Not Creed. I'm sorry.
I know.
What did CCR sound like? You know, what did the Doors sound? Why are people talking about Led Zeppelin? What's the deal with Stairway to Heaven? And they go to Spotify and they listen to that song. And now, you know, they're getting 19 cents, whatever it is per play, some ridiculous amount of money. But
so I'm all for it, man. All you producers out there, all you know, people making music, don't ever feel bad about that stuff, man. Like you think about that part of it where you are extending that artist, that band, that song's, you know, existence.
Yeah. Well, what do you think is the reason? Because, like, okay, I know there was that anti-corporation, corporate stuff, and anti-fucking, you know, government and all that other nonsense. But
still that.
But you had like, I'm not. I don't think it was my generation so much more than it was the millennial generation. But it's just like, you're a band, and what is the band's ultimate goal? What would you say the band's ultimate goal is?
Oh, you mean like what do I feel like the band's ultimate goal? Man, I think there's
sell records, get radio play, make money.
There's that aspect of it. I think there are people who also just make music to make music.
I don't get that. That's the part. Man, I remember hearing, oh, well, they're corporate.
Yeah, well,
they're commercialized. They become a commercial. The Creed, Nickelback, the prime example, right? Nickelback got commercialized. Now all of a sudden they're not a rock band.
Oh, that aspect of it.
Yeah. I didn't get that. And the same thing with Nirvana. Nirvana is pretty much the first band. And that was his beef. I don't want to be commercialized.
Yeah, all that stuff is I think that's just being like young culture.
It was that time.
There's and there's a reason for that. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
Record companies, you know, take advantage of you. So if you are a person who loves to do music, hey, independent is a hard grind. It's a little bit easier now, but I support it. Do all that, man, and your fans will mess with you, and you'll get money off shows and merch, and so put that music out for free, dude. Spotify, YouTube, whatever. Just get your voice heard, and then all that money shit will come later on in life.
It's fucking MC Hammer, man, selling his fucking cassette tapes at the Oakland Coliseum parking lot, dude.
Yeah, a lot of the Bay Area cats are. Shout out La Russell. You know, they all these guys, they go out and
hustle.
They're hustling and selling, you know, shit out their trunk, and putting music out, necessary, for free sometimes, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, just go out there.
We're gonna jump into this one, eh?
Okay. Why not say? Well,
Why not? Why not? Give us our. We'll give them our.
Weighing in on anyone's.
You want a disclaimer or what?
No, just weighing in on anyone's love life. There's always good to it, especially if you see something like really wrong, like let's say someone's like hurting, like hitting someone, like hurting them, like abuse in the house. Then yeah, but
yeah. Other than that, yeah.
Other than that, man, like the way you feel about somebody or your negative opinion about it, man, like keep that shit to yourself, dude.
It's tough too, because I've been down this road with my friends, and it's just, I think we talked a little bit about it. Now I remember about the BS show. My brain kicked in. But it's just like you're having this conversation, but yet it's your best friend, right? Yeah. And you may not like her, you may not, you might like her, you might not like her, but you get in this situation where you got to be really careful what you say.
Yeah,
because it's going to come back at you, right?
Yeah. And a lot of times, like I said,
get back together.
Like there's that, and then there's conversations that are half told.
Two sides to every story,
and then you don't know how, like, oh, this person was treating me like bad this way. Well, maybe that person had a bad day, and you happen to be at the wrong time. Like it happens a lot, man. So all that stuff. I always just give out positive vibes and just be like, hey man, like don't worry, it'll get better. Or I don't like hearing, like I don't ever weigh in on like, should I leave this person or should I stay? It's like,
leave that bitch, man.
Nah, man. Like, cause
wait
again, you don't know the situation, man. That's why I stay off that shit. If there is, like I said, if there's something where it's physical, then that needs to be a
that's different.
Yeah,
it's always the standard. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
There is.
It's like the standard go-to. Oh, don't worry about it. You'll meet somebody else.
John, you have to think about. Remember, we're dinosaurs. That's why this is a conversation with two old dudes.
Two old dudes.
Imagine if you had the power that there is now. You could be dating a chick in Italy. Literally dating a chick in Italy.
Oh yeah, I know, but okay.
So now it's like there are fishes out in the sea, bro.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. But if there's no physical contact and it's just online, I don't consider. I know some people consider that a relationship. Yeah. I do not consider that a relationship. I do not. If you're not physically with that person. Yeah. And I don't know how much time you would be enough time per year to be with somebody, but like if she lives in Italy, I mean, if you spend at least, I don't know, 3 or 4 months out of the year with that person, I get it. Okay, I can count that as a relationship. But if you never physically touched this person,
met them,
never met them, dude.
I get you, because there are also like long distance relationships like in general, but so again, that's all like, hey, whatever works for you. Like you said, it's not for you. It's not. I don't want to do that for sure. It's not for me. But do you know what I mean, though? Like that's why relationships are so hard these days. Because before it had to be like, damn, if you didn't have a car, it had to be like your neighborhood people.
It's kind of hard to take a date on the bus. Where are we going? I'll meet you at the corner of Polly and Stanford at the bus stop.
But now there's like there's Uber.
There's Uber.
You know what I mean? There's streaming. Like, dude, like you don't even have to go to the movies. Hey, I got this fucking dope set up at home.
You can do the what is it, the movie share? She could be at her house.
There's that too. Yeah. And whatever works for anyone, man. We're not here to talk shit about anyone's relationship.
We're dating advice counselors. Art as a part-time counselor over at the rec center. Do not share your opinion on religious beliefs. That's important. Not everybody's Catholic, not everybody's Jehovah's Witness, not everybody's Christian. Everybody has different beliefs, different standards, and it's tough. Like I always, like, for me, it was really hard to like judge a relationship because of my parents. Like they're always together. They were never fought. They never did. So I was always like, even the marriage counselor that I went to go see when we were getting divorced. Yeah, she told me to throw everything out that I've seen my parents do, because that doesn't apply today.
Oh, that's weird.
Because like she would say that like a lot of people in that generation stayed together because they were told to stay together because of religious beliefs. You're married to that person, you deal with it.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I think there's a way to do both of those: share your opinion and your religious belief. You could just do it in a better way.
That's right. Go to church. There's hot chicks at church, man. There's a lot of hot single moms at church. See, you can.
So what? Anyways, like, yeah, dude, yeah, Jason, like, that's true, bro. You can't just be like, that's God's plan.
To be in a legitimate relationship, you got to physically be able to touch this person at some point in time during the year.
Yeah, we all know Jason's a freak, man.
Yeah, Jason. Well, he's a Creed fan. He's a Creed fan. You and Jason are going to tour together.
Don't let that innocent profile picture fake you.
That is true. Nobody wants God's plan for you. You should have added that to the end. God's plan for you.
But that's what it is, dude. I think, a lot of people, I see it myself. I see some people who their religion just keeps them going. So shout out to that. Like,
let me ask you this one, because this one comes up all the time. Mm-hmm. You get divorced or you're separated.
Okay.
Or you broke up with your girlfriend. Okay. Why do you think it's your buddies always telling you to go out and get some strange?
Because everyone's all about the quick fix. It's a quick fix, dude. And there is some truth to that. And at the same time, it's like, that you got to think about the word quick. Like, it's not really going to fix anything.
Yeah.
If anything, just momentarily.
That one comes
you're gonna wake up in the morning still brokenhearted or whatever. And, I think there's a lot of things where people need to just work on themselves, dude.
And the next one is, don't say you'll find someone else. That's a tough one, because you should be able to say that, don't you think?
Yeah.
Hey, there's somebody out there for you. Maybe it's the way you say it. What do you think?
Yeah, because I'm thinking about just like, first of all, let's be real. If you lose someone, unless you really didn't care about that person,
exactly,
a lot of these things are just hard to like say, period.
Yep.
So if you're ever in this situation where you have a friend and they lost someone, whether they broke up, they passed away, whatever it is, it's not the, hey, you'll find someone answer. It's the, like, let it out. Tell me everything. Let me just hear it. It's so good to say stuff out loud, let me just hear all of it and then just take it in and just say, yeah, you know what? In time it will get better. I promise. Especially if you've never been in that situation, then quit giving fucking advice.
Listen to the Buddha over here. Buddha knows what he's talking. Don't say you're backpedaling on your decision. That one's a tough one. It's like, because that's going to happen at some point in time. You're going to go,
hey, dude, backpedaling in your decision. Let's see.
That's like saying, oh, maybe I should give her another. I don't know. Maybe is that like saying maybe I should give her another chance? I know
it is saying that.
Yeah.
It is saying that. I don't have a problem with people giving people another chance.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect at all. I don't think anyone is. So.
I see what it says. Resist the impulse to ask them to make a firm choice or judge.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Whenever things go like this, and if your friend needs you, just be an ear. Like, you don't got to,
I love the next one. Don't say we'll celebrate when you divorce.
Oh, no.
Hey,
what's up?
The best party.
I'm not high fiving.
There's two great parties, and I hope all of you guys get to do this someday. Okay. But that is burning your deed for your payment on your house.
Okay.
They're called mortgage parties, where you burn the paperwork.
Okay.
And that's like, hey, I paid my house off. You burn it.
Yeah.
And the second one is your divorce papers.
Wow.
You get a second. You can ask your lawyer for a second copy to burn. Yeah. And then you have a party where you burn your divorce papers. I don't know if it's still a thing today, but it was very popular in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
And they would have fucking big ass parties where they just burn their divorce papers.
I had a couple friends who got they got like a certificate whenever they're done paying child support.
Yeah, that's another one too.
That's crazy. And I get it. I'm not knocking anyone, man. Celebrate everything.
Celebrate that achievement, man.
I'm saying, man, celebrate. I think I said that last week.
You turned 18.
Celebrate. Yeah. John, that sounds. Anyways,
you know what I mean. Your kid turned 18. You don't have to pay child support.
Yeah. I just think you should celebrate everything, dude. So whatever it is,
don't say nothing at all, Art.
And that's what I'm saying. Man, people will want you to weigh in because they're lost and they don't know what to do.
And you're their friend.
Yes, of course.
You're their friend, dude.
That's what I mean about just being supportive. Give a little bit of your history, but I think people just want to vent sometimes, and they don't. Some people don't want. They just want to vent. They don't want the answer.
Yeah, so it's good to just listen. They just want someone to talk to.
Yeah, because sometimes you dig yourself in a hole. Like you guys were saying, you talk bad about someone's ex and they get back together. And next, I think I told you guys that about like before with me. It happened. I talked bad about a buddy's ex because he was hurting at the time. And when they got together, like the chick was like, "So I heard you said this about me," and I'm like, "Dude, what the?" Anyways, and shit. I had to be like, "Yeah," I had to stand my ground. Like I did say it, but you have to understand, I was just being supportive. I didn't call her a hoe or anything. I was just like, doing the, hey man, you could do better. There's other fish in the sea type stuff, and I got backed in the corner for it. So now I'm just like, hey, do good for what it's good for you. But this is not happening, John. I don't know why you're even wasting time. I think we're like on number 9 on this fucking list, dude. I'm not singing Creed. Have Jason do that shit. But yeah, like I'm lucky to. I think I only had a couple friends who got and divorced. John, I'm not doing this, dude. I don't like. Oh my god, what is this, dude? Like we're not doing this, dude. I can't believe you did this right now. This is not happening. No, I'm not, dude. Thank God this didn't happen 2 weeks ago.
I just heard the news today.
Where's the camera?
Seems my life.
Who's a Creed fan now?
Is going to change.
Yeah, I'm not singing it, John.
Close my eyes.
Damn it. The good parts.
Begin to pray.
No, this is not happening.
Then tears of joy.
Oh shit.
Stream down my face with arms wide open.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I do not like Creed. You've seen it firsthand, live.
He did not sing.
He did not sing.
He did not sing. I'm gonna regret singing. Yeah,
dude, that's the internet for you, dude. That's gonna. Hey, somebody.
That's there for life.
Somebody clip that and
someone save that and post it somewhere. Post it somewhere.
But
it's a tough situation. Divorce is tough. There's especially when there's kids involved, and
there's that. And see, that's what I always think of. And I'm kind of like low key hurt that you're, you said your counselor. I understood what she meant, but
yeah. Well, the thing is old Italian cultures, like when she asked me what the first thing when you go to marriage, because they're going to ask you what what ethnic group are you from?
Yeah.
Because each ethnic group has a different way of looking at marriage.
Pattern,
when it comes to Italians, marriage is like everything.
Right.
So there's no divorce in Italy. They just now started divorcing each other in Italy. That's how long it's taken. They don't get divorced. They'll just live with each other in misery and just deal with it. So for her, knowing that my parents were still together for 50 years and, and the way they were raised and brought up and what the marriage means to that culture, everything that they did does not apply to me in this era.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't apply the way they think. Now, I countered with, I think if we would have used more of their technique on how to argue an argument, how to discuss an argument, I should say, I think it would have held better in our situation to where we would just fight and go to bed. My parents never went to bed angry. They would, they didn't go to bed unless it was settled. But again, I never saw my parents fight. They always took it, if they did have an argument, it was when we weren't home or it was in the back room. So, we didn't hear it.
You don't need to do
Are you going to sing Creep by Radiohead?
I'm not going to fucking sing anything.
Look, Creep?
Look, I think it's a great idea, or like what you were saying, where parents don't fight in front of their kids.
Tears in Heaven? Eric Clapton.
Dude, that song is so fun. Oh, wait, that's the one about his kid. That
that's when his kid. Yeah,
I'm not singing that.
I'm not singing that fucking song.
But at the same time, like
everybody out there, what song do you want to hear? Clip that and made it.
Hell yeah. Oh shit,
she already got it.
edit.
She clipped that. How did I sound, Bertha? How did I sound?
Thank God I didn't sing that song.
Everybody out there, what song do you want to hear? Not Creed.
Dude,
not Creed.
Next Monday, then we gotta get fucking.
I know it helps having Bob. Bob fucking he'll sing anything.
No, but arguing in front of your kids. As I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think I like 80 to 90% agree with you, but the 10% of me wants to say, you need to show. I think it's important to show your kids your flaws.
Yeah, I'm with you there,
because I think there is a thing where it's like, maybe if they see that, they'll say, oh, well, you know what, I don't want to do that in front of my kids. Or they'll just see like, well, my parents married, sometimes people have this idea of like, because the parents shield them from everything.
Right.
My parents' marriage was so good, and it's hard. I'm not having that with this person.
Yeah.
And
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So it's good to show like, hey man, sometimes we argue, but we come back and we talk about it. So that way when they're out there in the world and they're having those problems, they know how to handle it.
They know how to handle it.
Yeah.
The thing is, the problem is depending on how the argument goes, because what I've noticed is when you start belittling the other person,
never.
That they pick up on that and they go, okay, that's how you treat a woman, or that's how you treat a man.
You normalize like that kind of behavior,
right? With the like my Gen X generation,
you're Gen X, Sean?
I'm Gen X.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was so important to be the man in the relationship and know what it meant to be the man in the relationship, understanding that you wore the pants and family, you paid the bills, you worked, you did the things that you needed to do to put a roof over your head and clothes on. So when you're in a relationship where that woman is belittling you in front of your kids and making you less of a man, they don't understand that that's something you're supposed to be able to bring to your boys. You let your boys understand that these are the fundamentals of being a father and a husband, and how important it is to have a job, work, do your thing, have money for a home and clothes on your back. So for me, it depends on how that argument goes. Once you start, and I'm not just saying the woman doing it to the man, but it's the same thing the other way, because to a mom, to any kid, it's like I always told my kids, that's your mom. That's the only mom you have.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not getting another mom.
Yeah.
So no matter what she does in life to make things difficult, or you seem to think are difficult, just remember she's doing it for a reason. She's a mom, and she's your only mom. So it's just, I think you just got to kind of be careful on how you go about that argument, how you treat each other, why. And then when when it starts going and that blood starts boiling, you start saying things that maybe you shouldn't have said.
Most definitely.
So I was and my ex-wife, she had no filter.
Oh wow.
I didn't have a filter either. So we both told each other off, like, you're this is stupid. We didn't hold back.
Right.
I didn't do it so much in front of the kids, but she did.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I didn't like about my relationship, is because I knew growing up the importance of being that father figure and making my boys understand that this is the role that you need to be when you get to have your own kids. And I'm glad my boys are that way. They understand that it's important that you are not just a father, but a provider as well.
There you go.
And Bertha, I better not see that on IG or anything.
Bringing Me to Life, Evanescence. Jason,
can you sing that?
You sing whatever song you want to sing, buddy.
Art can do that. Can you hit those notes? Can you hit those notes?
I can't hit none of those notes.
Would you like to see what they have available?
No, dude, because I'm not karaoke. Dude, this needs to be
Enter Sandman by Metallica. You and I do that one, or what?
You guys and your karaoke.
Oh, how about, hey guys, let's
make it an all-out event.
Next week.
And yeah, do it live.
Yeah.
Have hot enough.
I'll stream that live.
Yeah, no, dude, A Boogie's not going to be here. But if we have any other special guests who want to come on and
how about we can do?
no,
I will be John Travolta. You could be Sandra D, and we'll do Summer Lovin'.
Nah, let's not do that.
With or without you,
dude. You are going crazy about. We didn't even finish the list. Did we finish the list? I don't even
we did. That was the last one. That was the last one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, if Bobby was in here, man, it would.
Bob grabbed the mic. He'd start singing. He'd probably get up and start dancing. That's how he is.
I don't want to waste this special event on.
I didn't ignore your comments. I can't. I'm like. Never mind. I don't want to say that out loud. What I'm into.
We're just deep thought of. Yeah, dude. We're just in deep thought about relationships.
Karaoke battle.
Yeah, dude. That's that. We won't have fun doing that, but
I pulled out the special margarita glasses.
Hell yeah.
From Vegas.
These are from Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That's sick.
I was that guy.
Out of a fucking straw.
I was that guy that loves to steal cups from places, from restaurants. If you had a good wine glass or a good beer mug or
tell me that's not included on the bill? I always thought
no. Well, yeah, to me it is.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're overcharging me with this shit.
I'll take anything. If it's anything that fit my ex-wife's purse went in there. Dude. That's how I.
Like I said, I always thought everything was added onto the bill, so I did not. On purpose.
And yeah, I got you. I see you, Tracy. Dude, you're impossible not to see Tracy.
Tracy, yeah. So.
Oh, Nirvana.
Yeah, that'd be cool for someone else to do. You're not gonna get me, dude. Off one margarita, you think I'm just gonna be out here singing my soul?
How many more margaritas do I have to get in you there?
Dude, pause. No, but you're man. You guys,
I'm trying to look at
Friday. Wasn't it just D who sang?
D song, she knocked it out. I matter of fact, I need to. Thanks for reminding me because I need to go pull that clip.
All right, you're welcome. Yeah, make her a baby singing. But then the Bruce didn't sing, right, dude? You're not gonna get me.
No. I'm not. I was just looking up another topic, but I'm not gonna get you. I know I'm not gonna get you to sing. I know I'm not gonna get you to sing. But D song. I think we got her to sing Creed, didn't we? And then another song.
She sang Radiohead. She did
Radiohead Creep. Yeah, she did Creep. Yeah, she did Creep. She did really good. She sounded good. I mean, in my headphones, she sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded excellent. Shout out D.
Shout out to D, my hostess with the moistest. She is the hostess with the moistest.
Man, yeah, that podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out already, watch the Friday Night BS show.
Yeah,
they are of a motley crew of people, and they get wild out there.
Heck yeah. What do you want to talk about, Art?
Man,
you got something you want to talk about? You want to throw something out there, Art?
Shit, I think we're having a cool discussion about the music scene out here.
Yeah.
When you were because you were also mentioning like Concert at the Park.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are ever in the Modesto area, Concert at the Park.
Now that's orchestra stuff, so you gotta want to like that stuff. We don't go for the music.
Yeah, you go for the environment.
We go for the vibe, the wine, the blankets outside. We lay out a blanket. We got like 20, 30 people there. Everybody brings a little bit of food, and everybody puts out. It's just a free for all with food and wine, and I guess the music.
That's what I mean. Yesterday really kind of showed me or reminded me of the community and how much music brings people together.
Hell yeah.
And
that's a great event too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't go this year, but it's a great event. You can walk around, have some fun, and like Bruce does it in front of his house. I can't remember who. And you know what's funny with Bruce? I know he's got a fucking cell phone. Bruce, he never does any video?
Wait, Bruce from the Friday Night BS show?
Yeah, they did that
at his house?
At his house, yeah.
What?
They had a band at his house. Yeah, he has a band at his house.
That's cool, man. Shout out Bruce for doing that, man.
Yeah. No, wow. He did a little barbecue. He had a lot of the people that were there Saturday at Jesse's Grove come hang out. And go in the hot tub. Bruce in his hot tub.
Okay, man. Dang.
Bruce in his hot tub.
Is he supposed to be doing that with his leg or hip or whatever?
Yeah, he had knee surgery. He had total knee surgery. He's back. He's up and walking around. But
there you go, man. Shout out, Bruce.
He had a band at his house. I forget who it was, but it's a local band. But it's pretty cool. And you're right. I mean, that's what we need more of here in Modesto. And I think I wish they would bring back some of the festivals, because that's important. Bring the communities together,
yeah,
like
X-Fest.
an Italian festival, a Mexican festival. Yeah, and we have like some scattered like around. Like we have the cheese festival. I mean, that's in Riverbank, but we have plenty of places to have festivals and open them. Yeah. Don't fucking charge people. Open it up. Let
it be free. And people will buy stuff at that event.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened yesterday.
Yeah. Charge the vendors. Just charge the vendors are already paying permits to be able to park out in the street. So you're going to get tax money from that and stuff. But open them up. Start bringing back that stuff. Like when we first moved here, and I grant it now, it's nothing like South Philly. But we had some pretty big fucking parades and stuff. But like when we moved here the first year, we went to the Christmas parade.
Yeah,
downtown.
I love the Christmas parade. Yeah.
Okay. Now in the 80s, it wasn't nothing like
all the lowriders weren't there.
It was a joke. And I'm gonna pull this up here. Hold on.
Well, when I was younger, I mean, I'm not really in the scene anymore. I don't know what venues are out there right now, but I think Rivets does live music. A lot of the downtown stuff had live music, and I just love seeing it, man. I think we need a lot more.
Do we have how many high schools here? 6, 7, 8? I don't know, man. It's a lot. Man. You got a band at every fucking high school.
You got like 7 bands in every high school.
Why aren't these bands part of the parade? Why aren't the bands part of the Christmas parade?
Some do, maybe not the Christmas parade. But I know I have seen like
I'm going to show you something. Hold on.
Maybe like 4th of July parade. I have seen a lot of stuff, but what I'm talking about with Porch Fest, and when I was out in the early 2000s, there was a lot of places that would just have live music. We didn't get paid. We did it for free, and we made money off merch or selling your CD. And I think that stuff. Hopefully, it's still around and doesn't need to come back.
Hold on here. Mummers Parade, South Philly.
What is a mummers?
This is a parade.
Holy crap! Did we just say a bad word? What is
mummers? No.
Is this inappropriate, dude?
No. Okay. It's just a huge fucking parade.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a big city. Philly is a big city.
Yeah.
But hold on. Let me see if I can actually.
But like you're saying, man, like Italian Day or whatever kind of fest, festival. I think they kind of used to do that. I don't know how much it happens now, but I was just seeing, like, I think I sent you guys like that clip from Love Modesto.
Yeah.
Like we do hella cool shit out here, and I just like shouting out this town. And what the hell is going on in this parade? Is this supposed to be like a
New Year's parade? Yeah.
Oh, it's a New Year's parade.
Yeah,
okay, there you go. That makes more sense. So it's their New Year's parade.
Yeah, their New Year's parade. It's huge though. It goes
super inappropriate with the rice patty hat. Just let you know. There was a lot of stuff in here I was questioning from the beginning, dude.
But I mean, that's how you bring a community together, though, is just having these events and where you bring different ethnicities together. Just everybody likes Mexican food. Everybody likes Italian food. Everybody likes everything. So it's just like get these people together. Have events for the kids there. You got to have events for the kids, or you won't get them to come. But it's just Modesto used to be this tight knit community where everybody kind of knew each other. And then, sorry, everybody out there, but then all the Bay Area people started moving here.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then, all of a sudden, I went from knowing my neighbor to not knowing who my neighbor was and never seeing my neighbor, because he worked in the Bay Area. So he left at 4:00 in the morning, didn't get home till 8:30, 9:00 at night. Yeah. And then what did he do on the weekends? He drove to the Bay Area so he could be with his friends.
Yeah.
So we never saw each other.
Yeah, we definitely, I would like to see, a lot there, which there is a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things like events that do pop off, but I would like to see a lot more of the.
I'm making sure
Porch
Bertha didn't
Fest,
already post it. She already didn't. No, she didn't. Thank God.
Like I would love to for X Fest to be back. That would be cool.
Yes, a more controlled X Fest though.
Yeah.
It got a little crazy there. There was a lot of sex going on in porta potties.
Was there?
Fuck yeah, dude.
See, I guess I just don't look at like the
there
crazy
was
stuff that
a lot
happened,
of sex going on in porta potties. I was like, dude, fucking boom, 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 occupied, boom, boom, occupied.
Oh God!
It's like, wait a minute, there's 2 people in there. What, dude? Of all places, the porta potty. Come on, man.
It does. I mean, it does get rowdy. You got to take all the bad with. Like, and I think that's what happened too. Is like people were getting hurt. That's why I thought they took it out. Was like, not only was it costing an arm and a leg to go there and have fun, but I thought people were getting hurt, and that's why they shut it down. And then I heard something about the guy who throws it, the producer or whatever.
Yeah, he tried to move it to Stockton 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was over by the wharf, and nobody went because it was just in a bad area of Stockton to go, and nobody felt safe. And so everyone started. Then he brought it back to Modesto.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he brought it back to Modesto, and then it just got. I'm not going to blame rap, but it got like where they separated it well. They did. I mean, they had the rock section, they had like soul and R&B, and then they had like rap section, like pop stuff like that. And they were getting some pretty good names to come. But it just you're right. I mean, it felt unsafe to be there, and it was a drunk fest. Nobody was everybody was drunk and walking around and getting in fights and. But that was the same way the Stanislaus County Fair used to be that way.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, you didn't go to the fair with a girlfriend because you were going to get in a fight.
Oh, wow.
Somebody was going to hit on your old lady and you were going to get into some sort of fight because everybody was so drunk.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on.
Like I missed the Fat Cat, dude. Oh, that's sick.
I know. I just saw this.
I miss venues like that would bring kind of like big artists. I mean, I really didn't participate a lot, or like the past one before it like closed down because I was too busy working, whatever. But when I worked at the gas station here, I felt like there was something going on every weekend.
Yeah. Dude, those are nice. They got the Vans logo in the print.
Oh, that's sick.
That is sick, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot of drinking and smoking in the streets, but shit, that's happening right now.
Dude, I paid
let's just get some
$8 for those shoes. My first pair, I think it was $7.50.
Hey, shout out Vans, dude. We always shout you out. This guy's been a loyal customer since 1979 or 5 or 3 or some shit. And I could whip out my Vans right now.
You always have Vans on.
Yeah, man.
You always wear Vans. I can't wear them no more. I need support my ankles, and my. They got the insoles. I know.
We were going to discuss that.
Yeah.
About how I'm still going to dress when I'm old. Remember?
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
I forgot we were going to talk about that. Fuck, dude. I would love to say I'm going to wear Vans till the day I die.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. I'm getting a little bit older.
Yeah.
They need that arch support. But as far as like, damn, dude, that's what
I was like 48 or 49. And I went to I always had, this is like the first year I don't, but I always had season passes of Six Flags.
Okay.
And we went to Six Flags and I had my Vans on and I walk in all day. My feet were fucking killing me.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time.
Dude, I was like, oh my God. I go, and that's when I was like, it clicked. I was like, I can't wear these anymore. I can wear them for a couple hours, but like to walk around all day, no way. Do I still love them? Hell yeah. I'm looking at a pair right now that
he might do that. And have you actually checked into, so what you're doing is you're looking at like the old schools, but Vans
they have the more tennis shoe one.
They have a lot of stuff. They have this really cool like boot looking one that
no, I've seen them. They got some nice stuff.
Just want to
have some nice stuff.
So
my beef is they're always out of 13.
Yeah, you have a huge problem. Am I right?
Thank you.
Am I right, ladies? So I see Tracy. She wore Vans in high school and stuff. Yeah, and how do you feel about them now? Do you not rock them anymore? I don't really know.
Sassy.
I don't know what those are. Or is that a brand or just like in general?
Mm.
I don't know. But anyways.
Yeah, I was too busy taking clothes off to worry about what the name brands were.
So,
well, let's get back to.
Yeah,
do you feel like this is your look for the rest of your life? Do you feel like you're going to transition as you get older?
um, I think it's it will happen in a sense, like how you're saying, because of comfort.
Comfort. That's like the number one
And
thing.
if I could show you how I used to look back in the day, and it's a chore, dude. You're putting on
all that,
this necklace, that bracelet, all this. I used to put like patches on my vest and all
Did you
that
have the
shit.
chain wallet? Did you
Of
have the
course, I
chain?
had
Yeah,
the
you had the
chain
chain
wallet,
wallet.
man. I
Yeah.
had the
See,
chain
that's
wallet.
weight, dude. That's weight, bro.
The one, yeah, I had the baggy jeans. Like the one thing I could never ever get into was wearing Doc Martens.
Oh yeah,
They were just uncomfortable on my feet. Like you have to really break those things
Yeah,
in.
you gotta break them in,
Shout
and they're
out-
narrow too. So if you have a wide foot, then
Oh yeah, then that's why it was my because I'm wide. I have a wide problem, right, ladies?
yeah,
Anyways,
ladies,
my feet
ladies.
are wide. Yeah, see that's what happens too. Chain, dude, the chain wallet.
Yeah,
You know what? I think that's the reason why I stopped doing the chain wallet was because of 9/11. Like everything became like right, like you were. It
yeah,
was just like hard for you to bring anything. Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't have a pocket knife on you. You can't have this and that
Nah,
on you.
yeah.
Like that. That's what I'm saying. And
Do you, Jason? Jason, you think the style that you have today, you think you'll have that same style in your 40s and 50s?
will you
Right?
still be dressing the way you dress now?
Yeah, yeah. Are you still gonna have that
30 years from now. I still dress the way I dress but I mean, like in a more low key sense.
Yeah,
Like, so
yeah.
I need to whip out some old pictures of myself. Like I used to
Yeah,
dye my hair. Like
well,
what the fuck
for
was that
me,
about?
it was yeah, I still the same because for me it was always it was an 80s look. It was a t-shirt and Levi's 501s and either you had Vans on or you had
Um, that does. Hey, he pointed out something very important in life.
Yeah.
When you just become like your work attire.
Yeah, it becomes your
work attire. You just don't care, man. You're so
it is
tired.
a nice shirt.
Yeah. This fabric is awesome.
This fabric feels good on my skin. It's breathable. I love that one. This shirt's breathable. Like,
but
wow.
when you weren't bell bottom era, were you?
No. In the 70s a little bit, but I'm late 70s. So yeah. No, 70s, yeah, I had the bell bottoms in the 70s. So because I was born in 68. So all through the 70s, yeah, I probably if I looked at some of my pictures, I probably had some bell bottoms on.
I couldn't picture you as like that 80s guy though. Were you that 80s guy? Or did you do any of the trends in the 80s?
I didn't do nothing with my hair. I wasn't that guy that I didn't stick it straight up. I had it always my hair was always cut short and my uncle's a barber. So
yeah. See, I feel like Johnny's always been a classy dude.
I have been. I
doesn't have any of those embarrassing photos of
no, I kept I'm trying to find it here. No, I didn't do anything. I didn't dye my hair because that was big. Everybody was spiking it, you know.
You didn't primp it. Did you have long? Oh, you said you didn't have long.
I had no, I never had long hair at one time, but that was later in life. But most of the time I was our hair wasn't allowed to touch the collar. You know, my grandfather and my uncle would always cut our hair. There you go. There's Johnny in the 80s right there. That's my senior
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Yo, what was up with those wicker chairs?
They were in every 80s photo, dude.
I honestly thought, okay, Johnny, all right. You didn't look like Nicolas Cage back in the day, huh?
No, kind of, yeah. Well, younger Nick,
okay.
Yeah. But that was nice. That was 1986. That was my senior photo. So,
with no disrespect, you look Italian as fuck.
Hell yeah,
that's what's up, though.
But that was
that's what I'm saying, man. They wore suits. Are people seeing this? Look at this. How smooth this guy looks, dude.
Yeah. No, that was the
Johnny
look,
Two Guns over here.
You had to be fit. Everybody was fit in the 80s. You know, everybody. It was just that look that you had to have. You know, and
I was trying to find this picture. Anyways,
yeah.
So were you the era of like, did you wear, especially since you're a tall dude, did you wear the short shorts?
No, I didn't wear the short shorts, but I
Man.
did like topsiders. You don't remember topsiders?
I don't know what that is.
They're boat shoes like that. I wore the. I'm trying to see.
Oh, like the slip-on Vans?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am this.
Yo, is that a big ass croissant?
That is a St. Joseph's Day spread. Yeah, that's
that
me.
looks so
There's
good.
me back there.
Damn, man.
You can't really see.
Dude, shout out to Johnny, man. Respect.
Yeah, there
came up from there. Dude.
That's me right there.
Dude, that's what's I like that color blue. Did you wear brown shoes with those?
Yeah.
What is it about blue and brown that just like looks
I don't know. But that's me right there. And my brother Pino, my brother Phil.
Dang.
And that's probably, I don't know, I'm probably like 2.5 years old. So say like 1970 or somewhere right around there.
Dude, I thought you were the guy wearing the fucking suit.
No, that's my dad. That's my dad, man. That's my dad.
Oh, but I do like that suit. Like, that's hella cool.
There you go. There I am right there. There's the shorts.
Okay. See how like the other kid had the short shorts? That's what I was asking.
And look.
You sticking up middle finger? What are you doing? Bro, your fly's open?
My fly's open, brother. I was ready to party, man.
Oh, man. I had to. Yeah, we were going to do a segment about this with like our younger pictures. I need to find some and send them to Johnny.
Yeah.
I want to see young Bob, too. Look at that. Did you have a cell phone right there? Is that like your first cell phone?
No, that's almost at my cousin's house. I was making fun of him.
Look at that freaking cell phone, dude. Oh, my God.
I had to make fun of my cousin still had that damn phone.
So you were, damn, see, you hella like Nicolas Cage in those ones. Hell yeah. So
my best friend Bobby and his nephew.
So you were that guy, huh?
we were watching that. That was at the Y&T concert.
Okay.
Y&T. Little rocker. Got fucked up at that concert. I hit on a homeless chick with no teeth.
He was trying to see what that was all about. Yeah, man.
I did.
So do you like, was this like your style? Like,
yeah, that's how I usually normally dress when I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's always casual. I always go casual.
I mean, bro, casual. We were talking about this the other day too.
And that's when I smoked.
Casual nowadays is like fucking your PJs. See? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I don't think your style has changed too much. Okay, Johnny's just reliving the glory days now. Yeah, I don't think your style has changed, man.
No, see, look,
you got an LRG shirt.
Yeah,
damn, John, you were rocking it back in the day. See, I was hoping to see like Johnny in some tracksuits.
I did. I dress nice. I always dress nice when I.
That's almost a tracksuit right there. The one with you.
I am. Yeah, that's Vegas.
Yeah, there you go. Dang, that's Johnny. That's Johnny right there.
Yeah, me and my good friend Lisa.
There you go. That's what's up, man.
Johnny's always got a shot. Always got a shot in his hand,
dude.
But yeah, no,
you're a sharp dresser, dude.
No, I always dressed. I tried to dress.
You're sharp. Like out of all these pictures, like I think I've seen you in a t-shirt. Oh, that's like that one, but I've seen that picture already. Like you wear a t-shirt like once in a while. Is that a Jägermeister t-shirt?
Yeah, it is.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, see you. I mean,
Nicholas, okay, there's Nicholas Cage.
That, bro? That is Nicolas Cage. Whoa, what kind of? Hold up, let's go back. Let's talk about that one. What kind of shirt was that, dude? Were you wearing some kind of fucking Romeo fucking Must Die shirt?
Yeah, that was my Halloween costume.
Okay,
I was dressed as Elton John.
Okay, you didn't go as Nick Cage, bro.
No.
That's the perfect time.
Yeah,
that guy looks familiar.
That's my best friend, one of my best friends, Yasser.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was always, I tried to.
Yeah, I don't ever see you like you got a collared shirt on, dude. There you go. That one's you just like, damn. You look like someone I used to hang out with. That's so crazy, dude. Yeah, convertible.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah. See, that's I always tried to. Here's
you got a Volcom shirt on, you skater?
Yeah. And this is me right here. That's in Italy.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I mean,
John's.
That's me singing karaoke, bro. Man.
Dude, you hella reminded me of someone I used to.
And my cousin Joe. Dude.
Oh shit! Shout out cousin Joe.
Cousin Joe. Shout out to Joe, my wingman. See?
Heck yeah,
my wingman.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think my look has changed much. Oh, there's no. You don't need to see me with no shirt on there.
Yeah,
that's when I first started Facebook. I was like, I gotta post a picture with no shirt on.
Thirst trap from this guy, but
I was buff. Look,
he said he wasn't gonna show.
I was buff.
Fucking 2 seconds ago.
I was ripped. I was ripped. Man. I want that body back, dude.
I mean, were you like a
Vegas? I ran a lot.
Hold on, let's go back to that one. Yeah. You guys look toasted. You and that guy definitely look toasted.
Yeah, I'm toasted as fuck, and I'm burnt. Dude, I drove all the way to Vegas with the top down. No shirt on. I completely burned myself. That's my cousin Joe and his brother Robert.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I got burnt. Yeah, and there's me and my two brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. See, your parents raised you guys.
Good. Yeah, I guess they did a good job. I stayed out of trouble. I stayed out of trouble. Dude, that right there, crime entire.
Yeah.
No, seriously, do you feel like you're going to change a little bit your style? And Art brings up a good thing because it comes down not just to comfort, but what you can still put on. Because now you're not as flexible as you used to be. So trying to put on those pants may be a little more difficult than normal. Dude.
That's why A, slip-on Vans, B, tied Vans. Shoes tied already.
Yeah, I made fun of my dad because he went to the slip-ons with no strings tied, and I thought to myself, God, am I going to get there?
Yeah.
And I started thinking, it's like I was already there because I always bought this, the old school. I never had the shoelaces on my Vans. It was always the slip-ons for a long time. I bought those before I started buying the lace ones, the old school.
Yeah.
So it's
already there, dude.
Yeah.
That's another thing too that we talked about before with just like, people dressing a certain way when they go out in public now. Yeah. I think we lost, or some people like they lost that whole like I have to care about what another person thinks.
Right. Yeah.
You should never have to care about what another person thinks of you. Like, so I mean, like I said, as long as you're not wearing anything too revealing, but I said before, like, the double standards. A guy can't walk around with his shirt off, but a girl could, female could walk around with, a bathing suit top or, like a sports bra, which I'm not hating on. Like, wear what you wear, but it's. I'm with it. Wear it as long as you're not, like I said, naked out there.
Good. That's not live. I thought maybe I was showing that off live.
This guy, man. But styles, I think it's circular.
It's your thing, It's your look. You're comfortable with it. I think as you get older, it kind of transitions very little. I think. I really do think it changed because my dad never changed. He still wore the polyester pants his whole life.
Oh, wow.
My dad, I cannot find a single picture of my dad wearing shorts. My dad never wore shorts.
See, dang.
I can't even remember ever seeing my dad get in the pool.
Wow.
Like they didn't do that. Like you weren't like allowed to show your legs, your knees down below. Like
don't you feel like
that was class,
way about that? Like, did you see like how the dudes, like, I think I was watching like the Charlie Chaplin like thing that DJ did, and then the swimsuits that men used to have to wear back in the day.
Yeah,
it's like a t-shirt and shorts. Like in the future, I'll probably be rocking this. Yeah, dude, Jason, rock. I like your style, bro. Rock that style. Wear whatever.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think you divert from it too much, Jason. I mean, I haven't. I mean, other than what Art brings up and. Like shoes.
Yeah.
Shoes become a big difference. You start transitioning to more comfortable shoes and maybe shoes that are a little easier to put on and stuff. But I can tell you, as you get older, dude, like trying to squeeze your fucking fat ass into a fucking pair of 501s, dude, it's just like
I mean, I'm just gonna wear the good sweats today.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear sweats today or tracksuit. If you're Italian, you wear a tracksuit.
Dude, I still think I love that. Dude. I would wear a tracksuit.
I want to be buried. Art, you said you want to be buried in a tracksuit.
Yeah, man. And that's shout out to the Italian culture. I don't know if that's what they really do. That's what they do on TV. But like even when I was younger, dude, I was like a big Korn fan. Like I loved Korn. So like those dudes wearing the tracksuits, this shit, it's dope. But you know, I think like Jason, dude, I don't really see you outside of work, so I don't know how crazy
Yeah,
yours are, but
I got
I
a
mean,
picture of Jason outside
you're
of work.
not you're I didn't see you as like a goth kid. So you're not gonna be rocking goth looking stuff when you're 50. Like you dress pretty neutral, you're casual, you're chill, you know. And so was I. I was never really that too extreme, but there's certain
There's
stuff that
Jason.
like,
See?
yeah, this dude still looks the same. Yeah.
He's wearing that fucking shitty Bills hat
Oh,
on, but
God,
it's all right.
man.
I told him I'm gonna buy. See, I told him I need to buy you an LA Rams hat.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude, do what you gotta do. But yeah, like if you're I still love like seeing on Instagram like older people who still like try to have swag.
Yeah.
Like I see it all the time and I like they tire me out. You know what I mean?
Do
They'll
you
show all
think?
this
Do
stuff.
you think? Do you think like you're 40?
Mm-hmm.
So you think like in your 50s you'll start seeing like 90s parties?
What do you mean by that? Like 90s theme parties?
Yeah, 90s theme.
Yeah, I see that shit now, dude.
Do you?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never. I see 80s. Everybody has an
Bro,
80s theme
you
party.
just we were talking about how CDs are coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
How fucking 90s is that, dude? Like I had to buy my daughter and thank God I bought her a CD player a while ago because we found some cool like old CDs that I had of mixtapes and like of bands that aren't around anymore. But um yeah, just like when I was, you know, in my 20s or whatever, people would have 80s, 70s, you know, or themed parties and I you know, all that stuff, man.
Johnny might have an 80s theme party here at the house.
There you go, dude.
Let's see if that happens.
Yeah, see, like I'm because I missed those that era of records.
Yeah,
like I don't want to relive CDs. I'm collecting records now, you know, and yeah, I think 90s is definitely having a huge comeback. I you know I've been seeing, I don't know if it's fake, but someone was saying like possibly bringing Married with Children back, but
and a
as
cartoon
animated show. Yeah,
that'd be great.
yeah, like F is for Family or whatever. That thing, like dude, like
and they're all in. There, I heard that
original
they were
cast.
all in. I was thinking like, oh, that'd be tough for Christina Applegate because with the MS and stuff and not being able to walk, it'd be kind of weird. But if it's animated, that's perfect. Yeah, she can still do the voiceover and
man, and you know,
Christina Applegate in a cartoon.
But that's my point, man. The 90s is definitely coming back, and I'm gonna trip out when, you know, because if you really think about it, like like the early 2000s, that's getting close to 20 years from now. 2005 my daughter was born, so that's 20 years, dude. Like it's amazing to see what's gonna happen.
And then you're gonna get eventually here someday is get a new generation into what grandpa was into. I know you're not looking forward to that day.
Actually I am, man. Like, it's not that I want it to be soon. I just look forward into like hopefully living that long.
Hell yeah.
Seeing that stuff. Do
you want it? What do they have a name in Filipino for grandpa?
Yeah, I don't want to be called that.
What is it?
It's Lolo.
Lolo?
Yeah, unlike Lolo and Lola.
Lolo and Lola.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. I don't know.
Pop pop.
Nah, I'm gonna go like what so my kids call my dad is granddad, and I think I'll probably do that.
Yeah, I'm no John.
Yeah. See, that's what I like, man. I like that you
can just tell everybody you're Italian.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I love that you're keeping your culture like going, man. And I fucked up by not doing that. You know, I'll admit it, but it's one of those things, and I don't know if you dealt with that coming here or even felt it, but as someone who came from another country, like that you know fucking wasn't even recognized.
Yeah, no, our teacher in kindergarten begged my parents that you should have taught them English first before Italian because we had a hard time. Like kindergarten, first grade was real difficult.
Which now I guess they're saying the opposite. My wife tells me like they tell their kids like that speak or that are bilingual or don't speak English, like we'll teach them English here, but keep your language at home so that way they don't lose that. And how important is that, man?
We spoke Italian first, and before English.
Watching Nona's, man, I was like, Man,
you're gonna make me cry.
Sorry, man. I always love. That's why I rock and love Italians, dude, because you guys are so proud, such a proud people, and being, like, no matter where you're at, like this is who you are first, and
they're family. But I think a lot of cultures have that.
Yeah,
family.
they said they definitely do. It was just, it's hard sometimes with some people.
The thing is, what I've noticed over the years, it's that factor when you're an immigrant, you come here, your parents need to either make make one or two choices, and that is either to be American and stick to that and feed a little bit of what your culture is to them, or go the other way. And I think a lot of people my generation that came here, our parents, they, like my parents, they Italian was number one in the house. But we needed to learn to speak English. But the problem is neither one of my grandparents spoke English.
Right.
So we had to know how to speak to them. Yeah. So they never learned. And my grandmother knew shit, fuck, son of a bitch. She knew all the dirty words. She knew all the dirty words.
Yeah.
But I think that has changed now. I think like I see. I don't know if it's all the cultures, because there's still a lot of cultures that come here and they just tell their kids English. That's it. Yeah. You speak English. You're American now. And it can be difficult.
Yeah, a lot of people do keep their stuff, and just shout out to all of them to do that. Did you have to take?
Shout out to all the immigrants.
Yeah, for sure. What did you take ELS classes? Would they have that when you were a kid? No. Yeah, I think that was just like, dude. I remember like it was like a show, what I mean? Like my mom would be like, "Oh yeah, look how good his English is now," and because I used to speak a different language when I came here, and
they didn't have that in Catholic school.
Yeah, so that it is one of those things where you just
and see the problem I had too is I did go to Catholic school, and all the kids that were in Catholic school were either Italian or American. So you kept talking Italian because you were talking to other kids in Italian.
Yeah,
it just wasn't English. It's like you'd start speaking to them in Italian.
Well, I mean, yeah, Italians were like, I would say, pretty much one of the like peoples that came out here, like
that's right. I don't forget, I'm a good Catholic boy.
Like the Irish, Italian, the Irish,
Italian, Irish built this country.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's what I mean by pride, man. You guys have like that pride. I feel like I should probably have more pride in my my country, but I'm American, man. I have American pride. So
no. To me, the same way. I'm American first before I'm Italian. Yeah. I have pride for my parents' country, but if it came down to it, I'm American first. I will always be American first, but I still have pride for Italy and my Italian and Sicilian roots. So I've always, that's still part of me. You're never going to take that away from, I'm never going to take that away from myself, because, it's getting more difficult now because I really don't have anyone to speak Italian to. So I'm starting to lose a little bit of it. Where like my brother, his wife's from Italy, so he still speaks to her in Italian. So he has someone. He still has someone.
And like, let's get it straight, dude. When I say American, I'm not like, oh yeah, dude, I'm American. I believe America is just like a melting pot of people. I'm a whole bunch of cultures. I'm punk rock. I'm hip hop. I'm rock. I'm like, it's just all that stuff is fed into me. I know a little bit of Spanish, like. My wife's Irish, so I dig into that culture. Like
enough Mexican to order food.
Yeah. I know enough to get in some trouble, but that's what I mean, man. You're absolutely right. We're just like we're a melting pot of all cultures, and that's why when I say like I'm American, I'm proud of that shit. Like we are everything, dude. Like we are not just.
Well, pretty soon there won't be like anymore. Everybody's just going to be mixed up for partisan. Yeah. I'm half Italian. I'm a quarter Italian, quarter Spanish.
Exactly, and that's why you're just Filipino. Like I'm American, because that kind of some people have an attitude about it of what they think America is, but like let's get it straight. Like that's what it really is like we're a melting pot of people.
Yeah.
all our cultures. Johnny loves like he eats Taco Bell every day that I see
eat Taco Bell.
He's like, you know,
Bertha's my Taco Bell woman.
He's all about, you know, all those other cultures, like, you know.
Shout out. I don't know if she's still out there, but shout out to my boo, my Taco Bell insider.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who introduced me to the bean and beef burrito. Didn't know they did that until Bertha got it for me. Uno quesadilla, por favor.
Yeah. And then see, like, I don't know, even when you said that, I know it was Spanish, but it sounded Italian.
Yeah, it's Latin. It's just a different version of Latin. Man. It's just, you know, Spanish and Italian is just a version of Latin. And then Mexican is it's a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of Native American. So that's why I think there's a little bit of difference between the way people say certain words in Spain and the way they say it in Mexico.
There you go.
I think Mexico, well, people don't realize too, you know, if you start going down that rabbit hole of like what Mexico is, the culture, if you were to do a DNA test of a lot of Mexican people in Mexico, you will start finding that there are a multiverse group of people. There's German descent there. There's Irish descent. There's Spanish descent there. German's huge. I don't know how many people realize how much German they are.
I didn't know
in Mexico, because a lot of Germans went there. They went to New Mexico and Texas, and then kind of went out in that direction. A lot of those earlier cowboys, if you think about it, a lot of the earlier cowboys were Irish people and German people. They went to where they could grow wheat and make beer and stuff. So
wow,
so there's a lot of that. That's why it's very seldom do you see like a redheaded Mexican person. But there's a lot of them that are out there. And you go to Mexico, there's a lot of Mexicans with red hair, and that's like you're like, huh? How's that possible? And that's just that Irish descent. That's
so fucking cool, man.
Yeah. Shout out to who? Oh, Artie, we are done. We're done.
It was nice talking to you, John.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we did this without Mr. Sharp. We miss you though, Mr. Sharp. We miss you,
Bobby Schmurda.
Shout out to Bobby Boogie, right?
Bobby Boogie.
Boogie. We miss Bobby Boogie.
Miss you, dude. Like,
I think Bobby Boogie would have got you to sing today, though.
I'm not gonna lie, you probably could have.
He probably could.
But I think that howler head got me singing last time.
Yeah, I might make the margarita a little bit. I put 2 shots in there.
Okay, cool. Thank you. But yeah, that I mean, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out episode 2.
Yeah, 3? Yeah, maybe I can't remember if it was 2 or 3.
We were on one on that one, and I think I even sang with Bob. To be honest,
he did sing. He did.
Yeah. So
I sang, and I know I'm going to hate it. I'm going to regret it tonight when I go to work because I
no regrets.
No regret. No regret. Yeah.
What did you learn today, Johnny?
You're going to hit me with my own thing. Yeah. Oh, shit.
I know you learned some stuff today.
I did. I learned a lot of stuff today. Just for me, I think it's just nice to have music as part of everyone's life. I think music's such a big part of everybody. I think people don't even realize it sometimes because they may not be as like into music, but when they hear a song, they can sense it. They can feel the emotions that are going through their body. They don't realize how into the song they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And music. I love music. I mean, I go to bed sleeping to music. So sometimes I just fall asleep in that living room and I turn it up and Brandon's like, please, Uncle John. I keep forgetting his room is on the other side of those speakers.
Oh shit, dude! Yeah, shout out Brandon, dude. Sorry for
shout out to Brandon.
Uncle John listens to some wild stuff.
Well, John, yeah. And now he hates it. I got my CDs back. So.
Oh shit, he's gonna be listening to a lot of Creed and
Nickelback. Yeah, Rockstar. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, I think I learned. I think that's like a big thing. I think people need to I don't know. It's just like being a fan of a band. I think that I don't know if that's kind of changed in this new generation because there's so much music out there and there's so many different artists and everyone's kind of jumping around, from artist to artist. but it's not like, I don't think it's like, maybe it is, but I don't think it's like it was like in the 80s where you had that was your band. That was, it didn't matter what they put out, even if the song sucked, that was your band.
There's a lot of Kiss fans that feel that way.
First concert was Kiss for me. So yeah, first concert was Kiss, but it's just that, like, for me, like, I'm going to tell you the saddest part, and I know it's generational, but like for me, it's like, where are my rock bands?
Well, what do you mean by rock bands? Do you mean musically?
Musically, yeah,
or the attitude, or
where's the rock? Period. Where's the rock at all? I mean, you can't go through. If Rock 104 wasn't there, there would be no rock on the radio.
Yeah,
there's none.
Yeah,
and this is a perfect transition, is because like rappers became rockers.
Yeah.
And it was just like that lifestyle that the rockers had in the 80s and 90s, where they're, fucking up hotel rooms and buying cars and homes and having half-dressed women in their videos.
Yeah.
That transitioned to rap, and rap's like, they just ate that up, and then rock got clean. All of a sudden rock got commercialized, and you got your Nickelback and your Creed, and you got
I think
your Buck Cherry.
I think there's still some rockers out there.
There are.
You're right, man. Like, yeah, throwing televisions out
the window,
Jason,
man.
if you've never done that, I highly suggest you do that one day. It's so much fun.
Or pulling an Aussie, dude, and fucking snorting ants, dude. I mean, just having a fucking good time.
Like you said, there it is that change of, a lot of rappers are more on the highlight of doing that, and I think things are like
flashy, like the rockers used to be.
I think it's because I believe in like circular shit, but like I think with the resurgence or what's coming up with country right now, that's what's happening. Like the Elvises and the Johnny Cashes and stuff, like that's happening now. So maybe like in 20 years it'll be back to that rock, and then 20 years from that it'll be back to rap, or fuck, I don't know what else is gonna be out there.
I hope so.
Fucking jazz needs to come back, dude.
Jazz needs to come back. When this show's over, I'm gonna have Art listen to some jazz on my system, and I'll bring him on.
I love just the stand-up bass, so jazz and rockabilly, and a lot of like I've been really getting into I don't want to call them like mariachi bands, but like Spanish rock bands.
Oh, Spanish rock bands. Yeah.
Because I'm into like rockabilly, psychobilly stuff, and they like, damn, there's like so
they sing a lot of 80s and 90s stuff too.
Do they?
Yeah. Because they love AC/DC, they love Metallica, they love that shit. Yeah. All right, we are out of here. Art, look into the camera.
Oh yes.
And say goodbye.
Bye, y'all. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.
All right, Jason, put on that crime gear stuff.